guys, if you're listening to this video, this is because it is Thursday, September 17th, and you are prepared to do the story plot chart. Or maybe it is even Wednesday and you're just getting ahead. But in front of you, you should have your story plot chart that Miss Bacher and myself gave you before you left to go on your distance learning journey. So this should not be something that is new. And if it is, please go back. Make sure that you are looking over the plot review video from yesterday. So if you look here, you have a plot line. Right here is the exposition. Remember, during the exposition, the setting is introduced. So this would be the time, place, characters, and conflict. Remember that conflict is the inciting incident, and it's what gets everything going. You have your major characters here, your minor characters. Here's your exposition. Then you have your rising action. This is when the suspense happens. Oh my goodness, what's occurring? It's why we read the story. If somebody doesn't have a long suspense and it's just quick, a lot of people don't want to read the rest of the story because they already know the answers. So the suspense goes on and on and on and on and on until you get to the climax. Okay, take a look at your story skeleton. You already have this. You're going to write down the climax there. And like I said before, some of you are going to have a falling action and resolution. Others are going to think, well, the climax was at the end. It's not there. What was the big conflict? Okay, you wrote down 3 different types of conflict. And then what was the resolution? How did they fix it? The last part that hasn't been in any of the videos is the author's theme. So this is the lesson or the message that the author wanted you to get out of it after you've read the short story. Why did William Sleater decide to write this story? And it wasn't just because he felt like it. There's a reason for it. By the end of it, what should we have learned? Okay, so I went ahead and I just did the first 4. It's kind of weird because there wasn't a whole lot of space. In starting to describe the suspense, the biggest portion or the biggest reason that I did this for you is because I want to make sure you guys understand we're only doing the main events. I do not want the teeny tiny details. A plot chart is basically for anybody who has never read the story, they should be able to read this and get the main idea. So I have to go back into the elevator. If you do not have the elevator right next to you while you do this, pause the video, go grab the elevator because it will help you so much as you're going through. So the first thing I had is Martin and his dad live in an apartment with an old elevator. I also could write Martin and his dad move into an apartment with an old elevator. Martin is terrified of the elevator and stairs. This is a really, really important thing because it basically is the basis of the short story. Martin's dad frowns upon Martin's fears. Okay, it's big to know because as we get to the end, what does Martin do what does Martin's dad do when he freaks out about getting off on the 9th floor? Martin says, I want to come with you. And his dad's like, you're fine. Then we start getting into like the meat of everything, the basis. A fat lady gets on the elevator with Martin. Then it takes off. What happens? Okay, go ahead and fill that in, do the climax, and if you can, the falling action and the resolution. If you have questions, please make sure to ask them. Happy reading and analyzing.